That's a good question. How do you grade art?
Obviously we're in a pandemic right now, so she's teaching art, and I know for us, like we actually took the same art class together in high school. I don't know if we're in the same class, but we had the same teacher,
Mr. Rain. Shout out to Mr. Rain.
Yeah, shout out Mr. Rain. And
he's a great teacher.
Everything's so hands-on. Everything's so he's just there. He's helping you out when you ever need a problem, you have a question. Like he's right there to help you. So obviously everything's been online right now. So how has it been for you? Like how have you managed?
It's been a challenge. Like I said, it's my first year teaching not only high school, but art. So, I'm learning, and I ended up, I've been reaching out to a lot of people just for advice because I am so new to this. And I feel like if you need help, reach out and ask for it. I feel like that's the best way to learn. So, I have currently a mentor. I'm asking other teachers for help. And even on Facebook, I added into a bunch of Facebook groups with online art teachers that are currently going through it as well, whether they've been doing this for years and just trying to digitize everything.
That's so smart.
That is very smart. Remember, I told you to do that. I told you, make like how-to videos on how to set up Google Docs or how to set up Google Slides.
No, I just ignored
it. There's so many people. Well, like she says, there's so many people like Facebook groups or people that have the same questions.
But people have been doing that. And to be honest, I know you told me to make my own, but I know people have made their own because I've been on YouTube and I've been searching how do you like make different groups in Google Meet or how do you blah, blah, blah. And people have made those videos.
You'd be very famous within the elementary teacher category.
Yeah. I'm already YouTube famous, but we'll keep that on the DL, man.
Oh, okay.
So how do you teach art like on computer? Because I know from my experiences, my classes are just like lecture kind of style. Like they set up the slides, the teacher shares his screen, and he just kind of goes through the slides and you either write down, you can ask questions, you can chime in. But a majority of the time, it's the teacher just lecturing. So how would you do that with art?
So we've been using mainly Google. So we're not on Zoom. We have Google Meets. I'm honestly trying out different things and seeing what works best. I think feedback from the students is the best way I know whether something or not is working. And I let them know straight up. I'm pretty honest with my kids. Because they are older, that's probably one of the benefits compared to working with elementary. I can straight up ask them, like, what is not working? Let me know, communicate that with me, and I can do my best to find another solution. But it's definitely been a challenge, especially because art, it's very hands-on. You have your materials, whether that's paint, clay, pastels, things that are available in the classroom that a lot of students don't have in their home. So what I ended up doing, I wasn't able to create art kits at the very beginning. I hope to do that soon. But currently, I made the supply list very short, just make sure you have a pencil, make sure you have an eraser. The one thing I did require was a sketchbook, because, just sketching every day, I feel like is important for whatever your creative process is, whether you are, a sketcher, whether you want to do, and I made it very clear for my students as well. Do you, maybe you like poetry, maybe, rap is a form of poetry, maybe there's collaging. I actually, I'm pretty open with my students. I've showed them my sketchbook and all the things I've done in there. And it's not all sketching, right? There's a lot of like collages I've done on there. There's a lot of like, messing with photographs. So I let them know and I hope that they're just experimenting and trying out different things. And, I leave it pretty open-ended on what materials they are using because, I don't know what everyone's home environment is like. And what I've been doing lately is kind of just letting them know, like, look at the other materials that you can use that are not traditional materials. And we kind of had a discussion like, what are traditional materials? We have paint, we have pastels, we have, color pencils or whatever it may be. And what are maybe unconventional media materials that we could use for an art piece? What's in your house that you could potentially use? And I actually had them, one of the assignments I had was go on a scavenger hunt around your house. What could you use? Like, get creative with it. And I had some kids, nail polish, there's tape, there's, I had one kid, barbecue sauce, there's all these things
what a weirdo.
Yeah. There's, I had so many different, flower petals, right? All these things that, are like, why not? You know, why not try it? And I like to show the students a lot of artists who use these unconventional, materials. Mm-hmm. Just to give them some kind of maybe inspiration, or maybe like it's okay to venture out. So
that's awesome.
So yeah, and that way, if you don't have those paints, it's okay. Work with what you have, whether that's coffee, or whether that's other materials. Work with it. Try it out. You might like it or you might not, but now you know. So
that's awesome.
That's sick.
I think it's so cool how you're so flexible like that, because art and like you said, poetry is an art, rap is an art. Music, creating music, painting,
you can
everything.
Find art in anything, I think.
Yeah, I feel like everything that's creative or it forces you to kind of be innovative is an art form. And it can be expressed in many ways, and I think that's really cool. Because those have been my favorite teachers, my favorite professors, the ones that are like, I'll give you an example. Like right now I have a teacher, and it's marketing graphics, and he gives us kind of assignments to do. He's like, but if you have your own personal project going on right now and you feel like doing that, like I'm more than flexible. Like I'm more than happy to be flexible with it. You can submit those. And he's not just restricting you to, it's like, this is what you're going to learn, And I feel like it's very important for people that are trying to be creative and something that you're showing with your students.